All right, we are starting to talk about ratios and proportions today. So we're going to start out with basics of what makes a ratio. So this question says, what is the ratio of green cars to total cars? Okay, if we count the number of cars, we can see that there are 2 cars and one of those is green. So the ratio would be 1 to 2. 1 green car, 2 total cars. So we just plug in 1, and we got the answer. Okay, what is the ratio of red spheres to total spheres? There's 1 red out of a total of 1, 2, 3. So it would be 1 to 3. Okay, it wouldn't be 3 to 1 because they asked for red first and then total. So it has to be the number of red first and then the total. This would be the total and then red. We need to go in the correct order. Okay, the ratio of yellow frogs to red frogs, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow, and there's 1 red. So it tells us how to write it. It says write it 2 to 3, or in this case 4 to 1, using the word 2. Okay, we have 15 flowers in 3 vases. How many flowers are there in 1 vase? Okay, if there's 15 in 3, to figure out how many there are in 1, we are really setting up a proportion. We would have 15 over 3 is the same as how many in 1. Okay, and how we can figure that out is we can just do 15 divided by 3, which turns out to be 5. So that means there's going to be 5 flowers in 1. All right, 10 stickers on 2 pages. Be 10 stickers on 2 pages. I'll put an S for stickers, P for pages. How many stickers per page? That means how many stickers in 1 page. When it says the word per, that means 1. Okay, how many stickers on 1 page? So again, to figure that out, we do 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So there's going to be 5 stickers per page. All right, we have 12 seats in 2 rows. That'd be 12 seats in 2 rows. How many seats in 1 row or per row? So we do 12 divided by 2, which is 6. That's going to be 6 seats per row. Okay, a 2-pack of museum tickets costs $18.70. What is the unit price? So what that means is, what is the price for 1 ticket? Okay, unit price right here is always going to be the price for 1. All right, so $18.70. That's money is the price for 2 tickets. What is the price for 1 ticket? Bottom would be T for tickets. Okay, so to figure out what the price is for 1, we would divide again. 1870 divided by 2 turns out to be $9.35. So that would be the price for 1 ticket. $9.35. Good. A 5-pack of DVDs costs $11.70. So it's $11.70 for 5. It's money in DVDs. What is the cost for 1 DVD? Again, to figure that out, we'll do $11.70 divided by 5. 5 goes into 11 twice. Bring down the 7. 5 goes into 17 3 times. 15. Subtract to get 2, bring down the 0. 5 goes into 24 times. So the price would be $2.34. Good. A 2-quart carton of sour cream costs $6.56. What is the price per cup? So we want to know the price for 1 cup. That's what per means. But they give us quarts, but our answer needs to be in cups. So I need to convert 2 quarts to cups. So you can Google that, just type in how many cups are in 2 quarts, and then you can use that in your proportion. I know that there are 8 cups in 2 quarts, so I can use that in my proportion. So my labels are gonna have money and cups. So it's $6.56 for 8 cups. What is the price for 1 cup? Okay, so to figure that out, we would divide, do some long division. 656 divided by 8 would be 0. Subtract, we get 6, bring down the 5. See, 8 goes into 65 8 times, which is 64. Subtract, we get 1, bring down the 6. 8 goes into 16 twice. Subtract, we get 0. So what is the price per cup? It would be 82 cents. So 0.82. Good. All right. We have a 7-foot piece of rope costs $35.28. What is the price per inch? Okay. This conversion is a little bit easier. We're given feet, but we need to answer in inches. So we know there's 12 inches in a foot. So if we multiply 12 times 7, we know 7 feet is 84 inches. So in our proportion, we have money, 35.28, and we're going to have inches as our second label. Be 84 inches. What is the price per inch? So that'd be, what is the price for 1 inch? So again, we'll do some long division. 35.28 divided by 84. Okay, this is one of those problems where I would let you use a calculator for that rather than doing all that long division. I know you know how to do long division, so we'll just save us a little bit of time. Turns out to be 0.42. Okay, so it'd be 42 cents per inch. Okay. And a 6-foot piece of brass wire costs $21.60. What is the price per inch? So again, we'll convert our feet to inches because our answer has to be in inches. So we will multiply 6 times 12, which is 72. We're going to use that number in our proportion. Our labels are money and inches. $21.60 is 72 inches. What is the price for 1 inch? So again, we'll divide 2160 divided by 72. Go ahead, use a calculator again to save us a couple seconds. Turns out to be 0.3. Okay, and with money, you always need 2 decimal places. So behind the 3, since there's nothing there, there's actually a 0. So that would be 30 cents. So it's 30 cents per inch. All right, Harvey, the Wonder Hamster, can run 3.5 kilometers in 1/4 of an hour. Find his average speed in kilometers per hour. Okay, so we want to know how fast he can go in or how many kilometers does he go in 1 hour. Okay, so we set up our proportion. We have kilometers and hours. Okay, and it says he goes 3.5 kilometers in 1/4 of an hour. So those two numbers are going to go in the same ratio together, or the same fraction together, because they happen at the same time. So 3 1/6 kilometers in 1/4 of an hour. On the other side, we're going to fill in with the rest of the information. says find his average speed in kilometers per hour. So that means how many kilometers in 1 hour. That word per means 1. Okay? So we know it's 1 hour, so the 1 is going to go where the hours are, which is in the bottom. The question mark, how many kilometers, is going to go in the top where the kilometers are. Now that we have our proportions set up, we can divide and figure out how many kilometers it is in 1 hour. So we have 3 1/6 divided by 1/4. Can't divide fractions, so we have to KFC. We rock around the clock first. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 is 19. 19 over 6. Flip the second fraction, change division to multiplication. Look if we can cross cancel anywhere, and we can here. 2 goes into 6 and 4. 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 goes into 6 3 times. Multiply across, multiply across. 19 times 2 is 38. 3 times 1 is 3. And then we have to see if we can reduce that. Nothing goes into 3 but 3, and 3 doesn't go into 38. So that is reduced, and we can leave it as a fraction like that. So we plug in 38 over 3, and that's correct. Okay? It's important that you understand how to set up these proportions, because that's going to help us a lot as we go throughout this unit. Okay? Put your labels in place, and then put the numbers according to where they go by the label. This is kilometers, this is hours. We're looking for kilometers in 1 hour. Okay? Then we divide to solve. All right, Hallie paid $13 for 1 3/7 kilograms of sliced salami. What was the cost per kilogram of salami? Okay? Now we have some more complicated numbers, but we're going to set up our proportions the exact same way. So our labels are money and kilograms. We have $13 for 1 3/7. What is it going to cost us? It says per kilogram. So for 1 kilogram. All right. To solve this, we're going to divide here. 13 divided by 1 3/7. So 13 divided by 1 3/7. Okay. We never divide fractions. So first we have to rock around the clock, and then we're going to have to KFC. So 7 times 1 is 7, plus 3 is 10. That turns into 13 divided by 10 over 7. Now we KFC, and it becomes 13 times 7 over 10. And the denominator of 13 is 1, since there's nothing there. Now we look if we can cross cancel anything. We can't, because 13 and 7 are both prime numbers. So we multiply. 13 times 7 would be 91. 1 times 10 is 10. So we get 91 over 10. Okay? And we need a cost, so we actually have to change that into decimal form. So we're going to have to do a little long division. 91 divided by 10 goes into there 9 times, which is 90. Subtract, you get 1. Bring down the 0. 10 goes into 10 once. Subtract, we get 0. So we get 9.1. But again, with money, we need to have 2 decimal places. Since there's nothing there, we put a 0 behind it. And it's $9.10. So it costs us $9.10 per kilogram. Good, we got that. Okay, Melanie draws with great fervor, using up pencils at an incredible rate. 14 pencils every 4/9 of an hour. Says, how many pencils does she use up in an hour? All right, we're gonna write a proportion again, and our labels are going to be pencils and hours. So 14 pencils every 4/9 of an hour, how many pencils, so question mark in the top where the pencils are, does she use up in an hour? That'd be in 1 hour. So 1 goes in the bottom where the hours are. Now we just divide 14 divided by 4/9. But again, we don't divide fractions. So this is where we KFC 14 and we put it over 1 because there's no denominator, there's really a 1 times 9 over 4. Look if we can cross cancel. We can. 2 goes into 4 and 2 goes into 14. 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 goes into 14 7 times. So we end up with 7 and 9, which is 63. 1 times 2, which is 2. And then we divide. How many pencils does she use up in an hour? 63 divided by 2. So let's actually do that long division. 2 goes into 6 3 times. Bring down the 3. 2 goes into 3 once. Subtract, we get 1. Bring down to 0. 2 goes into 10 5 times. Subtract, we get 0. So it'll be 31.5 pencils in an hour. Now it says include fractions of pencils if applicable. So we need to actually answer as a fraction. So this 0.5 needs to be a fraction. So it'll be 31. The 5 is in the tens place, so it's 5 over 10, which reduces to 31 and 1/2. So that would be the answer that we put in, 31 and 1/2.